It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, I've been meaning to talk about Chris Brown for the last couple of days and his whole situation with Popeyes. Unfortunately, it seems like before I could even get around to it, his name is being brought back into the public eye for something totally unrelated. So we're going to talk about both in this video, okay? Now, number one, we have this woman on TikTok who is trying to expose Chris Brown, I guess. She didn't say his name, but it seems like all of the content pages and stuff, they're saying it's Chris Brown. And she's talking about some guy that everybody knows and loves. He's been hitting her up in her DM for 2 years. They've been talking on and off for 2 years. He ends up inviting her over to his crib. I guess everything lined up where she was in town, he was in town, blah, blah, blah. She says that she was just entertaining him, but she was disappointed by the fact that he invited her to his home instead of taking her out to do something nice. She didn't want to be seen like one of those girls, you feel me? So she tried to clarify with him that, hey, if I come over your crib, I'm not giving no goodies up. And he then snapped, okay? She said, don't expect nothing. He says, why the would you say that to me? But I'm going to go ahead and let her say it so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about, all right? Let's get into this thing.
What would you say is yours?
You know mine.
Okay, it hasn't changed
It
since?
hasn't changed,
consistent.
but I actually didn't even update you on
What happened?
this certain person.
Can we say his name?
Not on camera. I'll say it to you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He was hitting me up
Jerk.
consistently this past month, and
Really?
we got into it in DM because he was nasty. He was
He
like
got
really
so
rude to
nasty
me.
with Aisha.
No way.
I swear to God. Like, 2 weeks ago. Hitting me up consistently. Again, I kind of wanted to just entertain it to see where the conversation would go. You know this person's messaging me for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. He's like, I'm finally in town. I go, cool, me too. He's like, what should we do? I said, I don't know. And he goes,
Why would you say
something
that?
chill. Because
What?
I'm just entertaining. I don't like actually care to see him, but I want to see what he's going to say.
Okay.
He goes, I'm down for something chill.
Hold on, what did you expect him to say?
What do you expect him to do?
Take you out?
Yeah.
Okay, to like dinner?
Yeah, and he goes,
He goes,
can
he's
just
down chill vibes, so
watch
come
movie.
over.
Yeah, obviously.
So what is the intention there?
He wants to fuck?
Thank you. So of course, as a girl, I'm gonna assume that's what a guy thinks, right?
Yeah.
Especially with his status, hitting up a random girl on Instagram,
Yeah.
you're gonna kind of want something out of it.
Okay.
So he's like, I'm down for chill vibes. So I go, yeah, chill vibes sounds good. Just letting you know, don't expect anything. Super simple. Giving it flat out. He's already getting
Oh.
called out, right? Do you know what he says?
What'd he say?
He goes, the fact that you need to tell me that is a bit weird. I'm a year old adult. The only thing I expect for you is to act. No, he goes, I'm a old grown man. The only thing I expect is for you to act like an adult. So I said,
Oh shit, there was more? There was more?
I said, you just don't know nowadays. And then I said, but the fact that you think I meant it in a disrespectful way is unfortunate. Or the fact that you think I meant it in that way is unfortunate. Or
He goes, what's your favorite movie?
yeah, and then he goes, LOL, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, because you clapped
And
back.
so then I ghost.
Because
And then
you
he
clap back.
messaged me 2 days ago again, like, still down for a movie. And I was like, I'm just not answering you now because you're just disrespectful. And I was like, if you think you could talk to me like that and I haven't even, like, met you fully in person, imagine how you treat, like, your girlfriend.
I mean, we
Like,
know
there's,
how
like, a
he
certain
treats his
power.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
You can't say that! That gives it away!
All right, so there you have it, And I'm going to take this opportunity, man. I think a lot of women out here, they be thinking they be on boss vibes. They be thinking that they really kind of letting the nigga know, setting a standard for what it is. But you really be kind of shutting the door on yourself. Not to say that you wanted an open door, but y'all be kind of shutting the door on yourselves before shit really happens. And niggas do this shit too. So I'm not just saying this happened to women. It happens to everybody. The moment he asked you what you wanted to do and you said you don't know, like, that leaves the door open. Like, I understand you could have said anything like, what do you want to do? Where would you like to take me? That could have been your answer for real. Where would you like to take me? You set the precedent that it has to be somewhere other than his crib, but you let him know, you know what I'm saying, he still has some sort of choice. But when you say, I don't know, shit, that's like a layup. And nigga like, all right, shit, we'll swing through. Let's get the chill vibe going. I got the popcorn, you know what I'm saying? I got the chef, I got whatever, you know what I mean? So at that point, it's already laid out in his favor because you allowed it to be, but then you want to criticize him on the back end. Then there's the whole fact of you claiming that you weren't interested the entire time, but yet you entertained it. You telling people openly that you entertained it, right? You wanted to see what he was going to say. So as much as he might be playing on your line, or you're perceiving that he's playing on your line because you like, well, clearly he wants something because he's been hitting me up for 2 years. You've been entertaining this motherfucker for 2 years. Have you been ignoring him for 2 years? Have you been just not opening his shit for 2 years and the nigga still keep popping up? I highly doubt that, because you said that it finally lined up when y'all are both in town. See, telling these little half-truth stories, the shit don't really get you nowhere, but you be trying to act like you some boss chick. No. You making this, oh, he's hitting up some random girl on Instagram, so you call yourself a random girl? You don't know nothing about this man? You know what I'm saying? Y'all never had no type of interaction. You say you haven't met in person, but y'all ain't got no mutuals, no nothing going on. Like you're really random? What are you doing with yourself to where he's in your DMs? I don't know. We don't know this girl. I don't. However, when she told Chris not to expect anything, he did come off a little bit aggressive. And I gotta say, that shit was too much. You know what I'm saying? To be like, I'm a grown ass man. Don't you say no shit like that to me. Why would you even play with me like that? It's like, hey, bro, hold on. Take the chip off your shoulder. Dip that shit in some queso or something, man. Get you some salsa. You know what I mean? Before you come over here with that type of shit. I do think this motherfucker need to calm down quite a bit. Simmer down. You know what I mean? Turn down the acidity in your soda. You know what I mean? Grab a water. Maybe some juice. Calamate. But again, if she wasn't interested, why did she continue to entertain? This is something that a lot of women do. I don't understand why y'all feel like y'all need to allow the conversation to go much further. This is why a lot of niggas be snapping on their girlfriends. And I'm not talking about niggas that's like emotionally unstable and shit. I'm just saying y'all be acting like shit be harmless. What if she was in a relationship, right? And still entertaining this nigga up to this point until he said that. You know what I mean? It's just so many different ways that you could take this and perceive this, that it's like, why? Why even allow it? If you're not interested, you don't even got to tell the nigga you're not interested. Just ignore it. Block him. That's a really good option. Block a motherfucker. Hell, you got options on IG to restrict the motherfucker where they don't even know you got him on block. So had he not said that to you, you would have went to his crib. You probably would have got stained too. With all that shit that you were talking about, don't expect nothing. If you wouldn't have said that and you went over there, had a good night with him, you probably would have got sprawled out. Let's just keep it all the way honest. We're going to keep it all the way real. It just is what it is. But because you said that and because he took it the wrong way, that was the turnoff for you. That was the real turnoff that he snapped. Then he tried to come back on some cool shit a little bit later. What's your favorite movie though? You know what I mean? On some motherfucking scary. What's your favorite scary movie? Nah, nigga, don't come back on that creep shit, man. Try to clean that motherfucker, try to mop it up. Nah, nigga. You fucked up. You snapped a little too hard, my nigga. That grown ass man shit. You ain't got to tell nobody you over 30, bro. You don't really got to say that shit, man. Stop listening to them old ass niggas. You ain't got to say that shit. I'm not going to go too far into depth on this video, man, but just know you fucked up, man. But in other news about Chris Brown, there's also the whole Popeyes situation. Let's get into that. Now, according to The Blast, who have obtained some legal documents online, they're saying that Chris Brown is being sued for over $2 million for a loan that was allegedly taken from a bank to purchase 2 Popeyes chicken restaurants. This bank, City National Bank, is attempting to collect on a loan given to Chris and others to buy these 2 fast food chains. The lawsuit is technically out of state, which is in Georgia. He lives in California. But the bank filed a case in Los Angeles courts knowing because he lives in that area. So they come in to collect like, all right, you didn't want to play ball when the lawsuit was in Georgia. So we're going to come to your turf. Chris Brown is not the only person involved here. We also have singer-songwriter The Dream. I guess he was included in the loan. And they're claiming that the proceeds were supposed to go into these restaurants. However, this investment group that they're a part of never actually bought the locations. This money was forked over back in 2018, and they've been trying to collect it ever since. As of February 17, 2023, they owe $2.1 million in unpaid principal and interest. As for Chris's involvement, the bank claims Mr. Brown is a personal guarantor of the loan and is now on the hook. Now, a judgment was already entered and ordered in Georgia in favor of the bank. In other words, this LA case is simply the bank trying to collect the money they already won in their lawsuit. Specifically, in Brown's case, CB, he owes $1.3 million of that 2.1 that they're suing for. is not Chris Brown's first venture into the fast food business. He owns about 14 Burger King restaurants in Virginia, and they state that his net worth is somewhere between $50 and $150 million. Technically, this shouldn't be a problem. I've seen some people out here trying to make it seem like Chris Brown was broke. Why didn't he put up his own money? All of the different type of stuff. Do you understand? Rich people hate using their own money. Regardless of how much they have in the bank, how much they've made, how much they've saved, if they can get loans, they're going to do it. If they can get money from the government for their business, they're going to do it. PPP. It's not because they're broke. It's because they have the credit. They have the history. They have enough liquid money coming in to pay it off. So it's like, shit, I'm not fronting shit. That's one of the oldest rules, one of the oldest business practices, other people's cash. So no, I don't think he owes this money because he's broke or that he's blown all his money. No, it's just the fact that he wasn't going to put it up because he's part of an investment group that's responsible for the loan. Unfortunately, he's a personal guarantor, so he's responsible. But I'm sure he's going to fight this in LA too because he ain't been trying to answer them all this time. They may end up settling out of court. You just never know. He may give them a portion of that money, $500,000-$600,000 rather than the 1.3 that he owes them. Who knows? But it seems that all signs lead to Mr. Chris Brown having to get some things in control. And man, do what you can to stay out the public eye, bro. Stay out of these people's mentions. Stop dissing people. You know what I mean? I know it's crazy for Chris because he's a young man. He's still young, fly. He's in demand. He wants to have fun. He wants to come outside, do shit that regular people do. But so many people have determined that he's an unsavory character or that he's somebody worth shitting on or whatever, that it's very hard for him to win people over. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification for all updates. I'll see y'all on the next one. All right? Peace.